Good morning, everybody. T Folks, aka Johnny Quantum in the building, people. Man, let me tell you, I just had to get on here real quick this morning. You know what I'm saying? Say what's up to y'all. I've been traveling, so haven't been able to get on and chit chat with my peoples. So I had to get back on chit chat with y'all because basically, of course, some things is going on right now, and you know, your boy Johnny Q got to talk about it because it's worth talking about. So let's chit chat about signs, okay? Because we're all given signs at the end of the day. All of us are given signs. Now, what we do with those signs, are we listening to those signs? That's different. That's completely different. Now, prime example, okay? Prime example. So I just get back from traveling and I was in a warm destination, and definitely big shout out to all those people in South Carolina who showed mad love while I was down there. Look, thank y'all so much. I really appreciated the love. I appreciated the time down there. I'm really appreciating that heat that y'all got down there. I mean, I'm really appreciating that right now because that heat was incredible. I miss it already. Had to go out and warm up my truck. But anyway, back to signs. But I just want to give a shout out to those people who showed mad love while I was traveling. So thank you, first and foremost, to y'all. Now, the universe, God, call it what you want to, constantly gives us signs, whether we pay attention to them, whether we follow them. That's called free will, people. We all have it. It's just what it is. It's a choice. You have a choice to either listen or follow those signs or not to. Sometimes we're given multiple opportunities to follow these signs, but yet and still, for some bizarre, strange reason, we don't do it. And it boggles my mind because I'm right there with everybody else. I'll see signs, whether it's on a billboard, whether it's on a car, a bumper sticker, a license plate. Somebody might say something that triggers a thought. Okay, people, that's a sign. That's basically you talking to you. You telling yourself, okay, pay attention. You asked for an answer. You asked for a sign. Now, see, here's where we get mixed up. Usually that sign doesn't come in the form that we are looking for. And the answer that we get isn't exactly, well, should I say, isn't all the time in black and white. Sometimes you got to read between the line to get the answer you want or the answer you're looking for, because a lot of times you don't get the answer you want. You know, you want to get to a certain place and you're given opportunities. You're given signs to take those opportunities. The only problem is, you know, speaking for myself, because I can only speak for myself, because I know me and what I've lived and what I'm living. We get opportunities, and instead of taking those opportunities, we start to put people, places, and things before us. The signs are there to go ahead and move on it, flat out. Move on it, but we don't because of whatever reason. And later on down, or even immediately, we get another sign telling us that we need to move in a certain direction. We need to do a certain thing. Now, what's crazy about getting these signs is the simple fact that usually they'll come from a person, a place, or a thing that we're not expecting at all. So, you know, we're expecting it to be a certain way. When in all actuality, no, it doesn't really have to be a certain way. It doesn't have to be a certain person. It doesn't have to be a certain thing. Signs will get to you the way they're supposed to get to you. The biggest thing is people having the awareness to see them. Once you start asking for answers, you're going to receive the answers. You can't ask a question you don't actually know the answer to. The thing is, you don't think you know, when in all actuality, the answer's been in you the whole time. and you're basically just giving yourself signs constantly to get to or become whatever it is that you asked for. So you just got to look at the signs, people. You just have to look, be observant. I mean, right now, everybody's running around like a chicken with their head cut off. Chicken Little syndrome, ring a bell? That's done on purpose. So you don't get a chance to see the signs to become the person that you truly are. Because you're too busy worried about what's going on over here, what's going on over there. And the signs are right in front of your face. Opportunity is always available to you. Always. Now, that window of opportunity could be as big as the state of Texas. And the signs that you're getting are as big as the United States. Now, you choose not to move on that sign. You choose not to pay attention or be aware. Now, that window of opportunity that was the size of Texas is shrinking and constantly shrinks and constantly shrinks and constantly shrinks to a point that that window of opportunity is teeny tiny. Now, the odds of you fitting through that window of opportunity, almost slim to none. But again, for some strange reason, as human beings, we wait most of the time until we got to basically thread a needle to get that opportunity. And it's so hard at that point when if we just would have paid attention, if we just would have moved on that hunch, that urge, that intuitive gut feeling from the sign that we received, we would be so much better at the end of the day. But we don't because of some person, place, or thing. We get in our own way all the time from seeing the signs that are right in front of our face. You see what I mean? Like in business, prime example, you can either do business or you can hustle backwards. Now, for those of you who've been in the streets, you understand exactly what hustling backwards is. And you know when you're doing it. Now, the question is, do you stop? Do you fix your flow? Or do you continue to hustle backwards? Most people will continue to hustle backwards because, unfortunately, excuse me, a sip of coffee. You know how your boy do. Unfortunately, society deems that, hustle backwards because it's set up backwards. And if you can't see that the system is broken and backwards right now, oh, well, again, you're giving signs and you're just not paying attention. Ego has a lot to do with not seeing the signs because basically you think you know. Well, if you knew, would you be going through what you're going through if you actually knew? Well, here's the funny thing, people. You do know because you had that gut feeling. You got that sign from yourself, but you just didn't listen. Hey, look, again, your boy Johnny Q. I'm just speaking from experience. I'm speaking from my life. But at the end of the day, we're not all that different, are we? I mean, if you break it down to its essence, are we? I mean, look, when you see something that reminds you of something, that takes you to another place, that brings up a thought, instead of ignoring that thought, try this instead. Instead of ignoring that thought, why don't you give it a moment to marinate in you, on you, whatever you want to call it. Take a bath in it, jump in it, feet first, head first, whatever floats your boat. But if you actually dive in to that feeling, that thought, that sign that you were given, you'll actually find yourself in a better position. Why? Because these things were given to you to put you in a better position. Now, of course, the appearance of that sign might think to tell you that you're going the wrong way or you're making the wrong decision. That's called doubt. That's bad. Doubt, fear, and worry. Those are things that will aid you rapidly and cause you dis-ease. or disease. Yes, those things happen and those things are very, very real. Kind of like the signs you're given. But why aren't we listening? Why aren't we programmed to actually follow these hunches, these intuitive things that we're given, and these signs that are constantly in front of us every day, every single day? And here's the weird thing, people. You're going to get a sign that's for you. Now, mind you, I can see the same thing you see, and it means nothing to me. But you actually get it. You actually understand what that sign meant because it means something to you because it was meant for you. Now, whether we listen, whether we actually follow through on that sign, that's different. And that's the key. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I hear you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's funny. It's funny how we don't listen. You know, and then we complain. And you do know that when you complain, you just get more about what you complained about because you're basically putting that energy out into the universe. When you put that energy out into the universe, people, you're going to get it back because this is a world of vibrations. So all you're doing is creating a negative vibration. But if you actually were aware of the signs that you're being given and you actually followed up on those signs, you then start to use and build that muscle memory. Muscle memory is more than just your physical muscles, your arms, your legs, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Muscle memory actually is a reaction that can happen. Your brain's a muscle. I don't care what you might believe, your brain's a muscle. The more you use that, the better off you are. And exactly right, my friend. That is facts. It just is what it is at the end of the day. It really is. So exercise that muscle. And the more you listen to yourself, that hunch, that gut feeling, that intuition, the more you follow the signs that you're given, the better you get at it, to a point where you'll see them and know exactly what to do. Kind of like, here's the greatest example. You knew you should have turned left, but you did. You were given signs to turn left, but you didn't. Because for some bizarre reason, you thought that staying straight was the way you were actually supposed to go. Maybe somebody told you to stay straight. Maybe you're just going with the flow and following the sheeple. Yes, I called them sheeple. Sheeple herd. They use the herd mentality. They go with the flow of everybody else. Yep. And then you end up complaining like everybody else and bringing more negativity to you. Now, why would you want to do that? Why would you want to bring more negativity to your situation? Because most people have no idea how energy truly works. Energy is a beautiful thing. We are energy. We are made up of mostly water. Water is a powerful thing. It holds a lot of emotion and intention. So you have to ask yourself, what's your true intention? I mean, because if your true intention is to literally just bitch and moan about everything, I can guarantee you, you are going to get plenty to bitch and moan about. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. But if you're watching the signs that are there for you, specifically for you, you'll know exactly how to navigate. This world is a beautiful place, people. Trust me, like I said, I travel. So I get a chance to see a lot of places, a lot of different types of people, and a lot of different things. And I'll tell you what, I watch the signs. I see the things that I'm needing to be seeing. Now, again, I'm no special person here. I'm hard-headed just like everybody else when it comes to certain things. And just like my daddy taught me growing up, a hard head make a soft ass, boy. Let me tell you. You're going to fall on it and it's going to hurt. I know from experience, so I'm not telling you something I have not lived. You know what I mean? So I've learned to really rely on that muscle of intuition, that gut feeling that tells me, you know what? I'm going to go with it. In the moment, might not make sense. I might have to go through a whole bunch of crap. But at the end of the day, I was put in a situation that taught me something. I learned from it. We are energy, energy in motion. It's how we learn. We learn through emotion. That's how we humans learn best. So if you're not following these signs that are given, and these signs are literally given again to you, specifically to you, it's free will. You have a choice. You can listen to them, or you don't have to listen to them. And at the end of the day, we only have ourselves to blame. There is no point to finger at somebody else. They didn't make you do anything. You did it to yourself. That's a hard pill to swallow, people, because trust me, I've swallowed that pill many, many times. And I'll admit to it. I don't have a problem with it. Why? Because that's helping me grow. Wait, I followed the signs I was given. Because guess what? Again, the universe, God, whatever you follow, don't matter. You're going to get signs regardless. You got to follow them because you're going to keep getting them. And unfortunately, if you don't follow them, depression is going to eventually set in. You're going to make some really bad choices that pretty much you're going to dig yourself a hole that trying to climb out of will seem to be impossible. But you can't blame anybody because you put yourself in that situation. And again, hard pill to swallow when it's all said and done. Signs, people. Be aware of the people, places, and things that are around you. They're constantly talking to you. The universe is not out there. There is no out there. Welcome to quantum physics. It's all in you. Because, see, you have the awareness for you to see the signs put in front of you to get you where you want to be at the end of the day. It's easier said than done. But then again, if you're listening to this message, you've made it this far in life for a reason. So why not start to pay attention to the signs given? Because boy, I'm going to tell you, the signs that have been given here lately, especially in 2020, you want to talk about like some hellacious signs and you're not paying attention? Or are you following the masses? Are you going with their flow? Notice I said their flow because it sure as hell ain't yours. Because if it was your flow, you'd be a lot more comfortable with your decisions. And there's millions of people right now, I'd say tens of millions of people right now, who are not happy with their flow because basically they were given signs and they never paid attention. You want to be like somebody else? You want to inherit their problems? Go ahead, do that because you have no idea what problems they truly go through. But if you actually paid attention to your signs, you would be guided right where you need to be, right where you want to be. That's a fun, relaxing feeling to know that the universe, God, truly is looking out for you at the end of the day by these feelings, these signs that you're given. Listen to them, people. I promise you. They won't steer you wrong in the long run. In the short term, you might think I shouldn't have listened to myself. And when it's all said and done at the end of the day, you're going to be like, wait a minute. I get it now. People say hindsight is 20/20. Nah, hindsight is X-ray vision. Here's why. Because in hindsight, the X-ray vision now, you see everything. You see straight through it. You can connect the dots. Now, if it happens to you again, that's strictly on you because you didn't follow the signs because you were given the signs. All right, y'all, back to my coffee. You know how your boy do it. Once again. Good stuff. Bad habit, but I love it. All right, everybody. Y'all have a great and blessed day as usual. Of course, this is your boy T, folks. Of course, the Johnny Quantum Show, brought to you by Go Real Life for Weights or Gorilla. You see the logo in the upper corner. It's a lifestyle, people. It's a culture. You know what I'm saying? It's not a brand. It's a culture. You go real, life awaits. Watch those signs. I promise you. I promise you. They'll take you to where you need to be at the end of the day. Until the next time, y'all, you know the drill. Peace.